everybody, welcome back to Northernlion plays Slay the Spire. We've been losing a lot. It's kind of the way she goes, boys. You know, a default run is not a win on Ascension 20. A default run is a loss, probably on the third fight after the first boss. But we consistently, the first floor is a joke. If Ascension 20 was 1/4 the length that it currently is, oh, we would have a streak. Give me that rare relic. Oh, there's a chance. It's Duvu Doll. Early Duvu Doll. You can build around this. Okay, so we got 2 strength up. What do we want to do? Fight, I mean, 2 elites seems like at bare minimum. Also, bare maximum. The amount that we could fight here. Normality is obviously a terrible curse. And that's not even like meant to be a Castlevania reference, but for 1 strength up, I can live with normality in the deck with the knowledge that in the future we would like to pick up a blue candle if possible. So, I mean, Blade Dance gets great. Riddle with Holes is also amazing when you have strength up. So, I mean, Riddle with Holes just by default here. Honestly, like, take 0 damage turn 1. But Riddle with Holes is going to be 20 damage, I think, by the 25 damage unupgraded. That's absurd. Sorry, when I get excited about a run, I turn into an old-timey Bostonian, signing the Declaration of Independence. Give me that Blade Dance as well. Blade Dance, essentially, as of right now, I'm running the numbers, I'm crunching them in my head. I honestly think we should block. We got the strength to push through on your heavy block turns. Well, we can just look at it here. It's 1 energy, 12 damage. That's insane! It's unbelievably good. Again, you're noticing here, I'm taking a different tact when I fight this guy right now. I really don't see the need to take damage just to whittle him down faster, when in all likelihood we just, you know, if we draw the right stuff, we're going to be able to get him regardless, like we did right there. So I think Dagger Spray is a great choice here for crowd control, but I love the idea of Infinite Blaze, don't get me wrong. I'm going to choose not to spend any gold. I think this gold could be pretty meaningful for us later. And I will upgrade, right now this is an extra 6 damage. This is actually only an extra 5. So I actually think Blade Dance is probably our best option. We're going to hit a lot of upgrades here. Probably maybe go into a neutralize next just for statuses. And, you know, this is mission critical. We got some really interesting stuff on the go here. I think I will take Cloak and Dagger and Bandage up, both of which I foresee personally. Dude, we got 3 elites coming up here. Are we really willing to do this? I was wrong earlier when I said there were only 2 elites on this side. I think we can do it, honestly. I think we can sell this one. Alright, these guys were looking for Dagger Spray early. We got it, and we can also dump Survivor. Dump Normality. Do we need to? Probably like to. Then the question becomes, okay, so this is 12 damage to all enemies. This is 25 damage to 1 enemy. So we definitely want to do this. Probably want to follow it up with one of those. Hit you with that. Okay. So we want Dagger Spray back as soon as possible. This guy will die next turn. And we might actually, if we get really lucky... Yeah, to be honest, we're probably going to kill the other sentry. And then we just got the 1 left, and we're even... You know, I'm not saying we healed a bunch off of this one. What do we got coming up? Oh, you're dead! Dude, easy fight. Okay, so we actually are basically leaving this fight stronger than we started. I'll take a bullet time. I don't think we need it yet, but I'll take it. And Sundial from a question mark seems relatively solid. Not being able to do anything with normality here, how would I act on this one then? I would honestly probably just pass it up. And we'll wait for a... I mean, I think this is fine. 3, that's 18 plus 12, 28 damage, sure. And then we know we're going to be able to take advantage of... not go for the guys. Riddle with Holes, that's it, on a future turn here. And 15 damage dealt. What do we draw next turn? Strike, Survivor. It's the thrill of the fight. We already used weakness, so I think that we basically have 5 implicit block. Let's try this out. 12. I think I'm gonna do this. You know, we gotta play our game here, but simultaneously we also have to kind of, to some extent, hedge our bets and figure out, like, you know, when can we afford to be offensive versus defensive here. Noxious Fumes is wonderful, but I don't think it really is mission critical for the way that this deck goes. I mean, it's much more offensively focused than your average silent deck by this point. There's no doubt about that. We're killing enemies so much faster than you normally would expect. Regen Potion is very nice as well. I do like Masterful Stab, but I think we are well, who's our boss? Slime. Give me that dodge and roll. And you know what? I do not mind fighting these guys. I don't even think, and you know, don't shoot the messenger on this one. I don't even think you worry about popping a regen potion. Because I don't, you know, it's a little presumptuous. I wouldn't operate under the assumption as of the present moment that this fight is going to go on long enough for that to matter, is what I'm thinking right now. All I'm going to say is we haven't really improved this run from the perspective of Duvudal, but we're not necessarily far off. You know, basically, we want to get cursed from the... This will be fine. We want to get cursed from, or cursed key, I should say, from the boss. And if we can do that, like, everything's coming up roses. Because we have a regen potion, I am going to suggest that we probably do not need to rest. And instead, we'll focus on bandage up, which has essentially given us burning blood here. With 4 energy, so this is 25 damage. Yeah, we want to do it like this. We'll do 50 damage to you turn 1. That sounds nice. $84. 8 damage will take you to 76. It's actually like the perfect place for you to be. And then draw maybe like... I was hoping for some blade dance, but tell you what, we'll do this, and this, and this, and, you know, 2 enemies at 52 HP each. It's not terrible. 15 damage, 34. We're really waiting for Blade Dance and Riddle with Holes, both of which just absolutely destroy the enemies. I would rather hit you with one of those, I think, and could have done that a little bit better in a different order, but that's okay. Looking for high damage attacks. We got one. As soon as you get one, you know, you got to focus on making that happen. We can no longer be made weak, or actually, I guess I should say we can actually be made weak substantially more easily now. My mistake. Hate to invest so much in so little, but we did kill 1 enemy. We cannot be made frail. And to be honest, it looked a little spotty temporarily, but you're already splitting. We're definitely going to come out ahead here. There's no question there. So I think this run has a real chance. It's a weird deck, sort of, but shivs are going to work well for us. Alchemize, Phantasmal Killer, or Nightmare. I don't necessarily love the Alchemize, but I'm going to take it anyway. We did not get Cursed Key. Am I willing to not upgrade cards anymore? To have extra energy? To be honest, I think I am. And you might be noticing some frame rate dips. That's because I'm a shill and I'm downloading Apex Legends right now. Just came out. That'll give you an idea of how long the backlog is as well. And hear me out here. I am actually I'm gonna pursue elite fights, okay? Hate normality here, but I am gonna pursue elite fights, assuming things go well for us to begin with. Because I think we have a run that actually, instead of just like hanging out in the outside of the frame, you know, I think this run benefits quite substantially, actually, from getting up there, right, and from trying to do that damage right away. So, there we go. Let's take 12 block, and I recognize we're skipping 25 damage to make this happen, but it's really, you know, because for half the energy cost, Blade Dance is doing some wonderful stuff for us. Take another 5 damage. Really hoping to draw Bandage up before we move on. And, you know, we still have it in the deck, right? I didn't play it earlier. Didn't play it. So I'm willing to wait until, you know, we draw it in order to make this happen. Unless we're going to die or take a... Oh, he's split. We can heal off this one. There we go. Okay. All's forgiven. Give me another Cloak and Dagger. Not being able to upgrade the Cloak and Daggers, it sucks real bad. Don't get me wrong. But, I mean, are you looking at this? Shuriken is going to be unbelievable for us. And, to be honest, let's start with that backstab, dude. I really, really think we have a functional, viable run in this deck, you know, or with this deck. I wouldn't mind finding the means to remove normality from existence, but we killed this guy on the first turn. That's not common. Concentrate does allow us to discard a, well, to discard in general, which means we could be able to remove normality from our hand, but you gotta, you know, draw that under pretty much ideal circumstances in order to make that happen. So I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying it is probably a little unlikely. As of right now, I don't really feel like we need to play the attack potion. We just did 74 damage to him on the first turn. Might feel a little differently. Coming up soon. I mean, we're going to take 14 damage on that turn, which is obviously not very nice. Nice, takes us to 14 with 4 extra block next turn. If we just drawn a little bit differently, we got him. That's a 40 damage riddle with holes, which is just wonderful for us. I don't know. Deflect is tempting, but I think we have issues with it. What are the issues? Can you be specific? What a story, Mark. I am actually going to, contrary to what I said earlier, I'm going to dodge this elite. And you, my friend, are in for just an absolute world of hurt. We should have used Dagger Spray a little bit more appropriately. Oh well, life goes on. We've almost killed the Chosen on turn 1. And to be honest, we didn't really, you know, screw it up against the Cultists too much either here. We do still have the debuff. There's not much we can do about that. This guy gets stronger every turn, but so do we. There's 40 damage. Easy. So a Slice is kind of tempting. I'm going to take a Sucker Punch, though. I think the weakness is worth a lot. Bag of Prep is fantastic. This is like the dream turn if you could just get rid of the normality from your... From your hand. From your hand. Normality. We can only play 2 more cards. We should play 2 attacks. Might as well get 1 strength up out of the whole experience. And we do have Pen Nib, so I mean a Riddle with Holes basically kills 1 enemy. Dagger Spray also works extremely well. We don't really have a need to play or not to play Bullet Time. And dude, this is probably the best start to a Silent Run I've had in a long time. What do we need to add to this deck? Very, 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 very little. I would love to add a Footwork. I think a Calculated Gamble, you know, it's unlikely to be great, but if you can make it tick, then more power to you. Dude, honestly, it seems like too much, but 2 Bandage Ups, I think, especially when you consider that at some point we're going to have to fight... no normality, please. Okay, thank you. At some point we're going to have to fight 2 bosses. This is a big one. So, Dagger Spray, Eviscerate, Sneaky Strike. We don't need the energy, so give me Eviscerate. We'll try to get Pen Nib to work with that. Alchemize gives us a block potion. Okay, so where do we start? We're not going to get it to work with that one, and that's okay. Do we weaken you? That seems very unnecessary. Might as well pop it. Still 50 damage turn 1, despite not being that good. With normality, we'll pop a block potion for sure. What about a weakness right out of the gate? 15 damage, perfect. Okay, so we can only play one more card. I can only play 2 more cards. To be honest, I don't really want to have a double damage Shiv as much as I see the optics of it. Really want a double damage Riddle with holes, which thankfully we were able to get to. And then 2, 3, and 11 damage will not kill you, but 22 will. All right, good fight. Vira for 1 free strength. Not going to say no to that. Take a backflip. We only found 1 elite, and that's my great penalty on this floor. 18 damage. We're gonna take 9. It's not really that bad when you consider what we got going on as far as healing goes. You can only play 1 more card, so sneak that in there. I really don't think we need to be concerned here. For now. I mean, obviously for the future, yes. Tools of the Trade is like a must-have because it allows us to get rid of normality anytime we draw it. So there's a huge one right out of the gate. And then free attacks. Oh my lord. It's one of the most fun archetypes to run. You know, anytime you're able to pick up... honestly, I'm going to hit you with this and wait for a Pen Nib, I think, but... Anytime you're able to pick up Duvu Doll early. We still, by the way, do not have the means to get over, like, our curses. We don't have... I do need a footwork. Oh, but 3 extra damage isn't worth as much as the block here, I think. We still don't have the means to get over our curses. Like, we would love still a blue candle or something like that, but... Alright, so Tools of the Trade turn 1 is the best thing we could ever ask for. And then just start hitting them with the doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. Probably something along these lines seems like the best. 67 damage turn 1. AoE coming up, we gain a little strength. What do we not want? Honestly, we could probably go a little while without requiring the Alchemize. So play Footwork. Cloak and Dagger for sure. Bandage Up is unnecessary. So here's how I see this turn right now. So I'm like, this, calculated gamble. I know we're not drawing much. Riddle with Holes throws out 40 damage right out of the gate. And it gives us a strength upgrade, so I will pop that instead of Speed Potion draw. I can live with that. We take 14 damage. Not that bad. We got like, you know, 10 sitting in our deck right now. 10 HP, I should say. Terrible draw. But life goes on. He gets 5 strength up. Not that bad. Let's get rid of single defend. I don't think we're going to need it. And we'll pop our Ancient Potion to deal with one of these. And 10 damage twice plus 12. Strike you dead where you stand, my friend. You know what? I just realized we blocked the negative effect of bullet time, which is not what you want to do. My bad. Great turn, though. Still 5 turns of negativity associated with us here. A lot of not so nice things going on. I'm gonna just, you know what? Dump this, because you're gonna play this after anyway. And we take 5 damage. We still got 10 speed waiting here for us. We're not going to hit a strength upgrade, nor are we going to hit Pen Nib. We got him, dude. Now, do we have a genuine, guaranteed setup for the future? No. We don't know if we're going to win on the 3rd floor. But as far as, like, you know, silent A20 runs go, this one has been fantastic so far. So, for real, Phantasmal Killer, of course, is very interesting. 1,000 Cuts, we do play a lot of a lot of cards, but we're never going to get to upgrade this, so I think it's just not quite good enough. Unload is just a good attack, so I think I can afford to add it. And to be honest, I think I do want the extra energy. We need the not Velvet Choker. We don't play too many powers, so I'm not too worried about that guy, but I am worried about facing the Timekeeper after that. And a lot of the... You know what's nice about this deck, actually? I'm getting excited, you can tell just from my voice, but you know what's amazing is that we actually don't require that much setup in order to make this deck tick. So we want to play 2 cards and then Calculated Gamble. That's the wise play. Let's do this. Let's do this. Calculated Gamble gets rid of normality. 35 damage. Strike you dead where you stand. Okay. Like, we start with so much strength up, and we got so much energy, so many good cards that work nicely with us. Like, I'm not gonna say we got nothing to complain about, but I think we've got very little to complain about. Doesn't really matter who we hit, I suppose. I genuinely... This is the most... I don't want to say, like, it's a guarantee. But it's the most excited I've been, for sure, about our abilities here. I mean, I would rather not take... I don't think this is coming around, so I think we got something like... This... I don't like taking 18 damage, obviously. Tools of the Trade, it basically just has to be played. I don't even want to hit you. I definitely want to hit you. And I'm just hoping we got y'all next turn. By the way, in that situation, I find it's probably strongest to actually play a defend if you're going to take damage. I know it's a bit of a controversial opinion. You gotta go first. So let's be smart. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. Okay, we leave this not too badly. Don't give me that regrowing nonsense. Yeah, sure, I'll take a deflect because we have footwork in our deck now. I will not lose my gold to gain what I consider to be a subpar relic. That's not what we're in the position to do right now. Great turn. So you gotta go, you gotta go. I mean, you gotta go first, but I don't think that's gonna be an issue. 35 damage. There you go. Oh, baby. Yeah, I'm starting to think there's something going on this run. This run's got a little bit of a future if things go right. 20. Easy. Well worth using Pen Nib, I think. Definitely do not need that. Duplicate a card in your deck. So I know you're like, hey, duplicate Decay. It's 1 extra strength. And you know what? I think you might be right, to be honest. I know it looks like a meme. I don't consider this a meme, though. Having normality right out of the gate. Bummer. Probably should have played footwork first. We can get away with bandage up. You're really going to output 46 damage turn 1? A little rude. So we definitely want to play all of these. And then Riddle with Holes is 40 damage. We can do 62 damage, 56 damage. That's it. 56 damage. So we might as well kill you. Did have to use a potion to make it happen, but that's, you know, I mean, we have alchemized for a reason. I mean, the fact that even a fight like this is going as well as it is should make you think. I would still love to get like a pantograph. I think that would really help push us, but I genuinely, and I would never mislead you on this one, I think it has every available ability to win. Now, unfortunately, we're wasting a lot of campfires. Oh well. So we should actually think about, like, we'll see how things go after this fight. What is happening here? Okay, 9 damage coming in, aka none. We don't even want to play our bandage ups. We have pen nib immediately. Play this. Weaken one of you. Okay. Probably get a footwork out there, right? No good reason not to. Just start working them down inch by inch, row by row. Sure. All right. We're not going to play one card. It's probably going to be that strike. Now, if there's a boss we don't want to fight second, I actually think it's probably the Timekeeper. For some reason, you know, I don't know Deca. I don't really, I mean, I guess this isn't even close to controversial, but I don't see them as being much of a problem whatsoever. No, thank you. We definitely do not need to rest. So let's fight some more enemies. You know, I think we got the power inside of us. Handle these enemies relatively well. We might as well use a potion. And I think, like, let's get this steroid potion out here. We don't have enough blocks to do much to you. I could pop this, and then I could hit you once, but it's a little weak. I could pop this, hit you once, and then also block the damage from decay. Or I could just choose to take a little bit of damage. I'd rather not, honestly. I don't know. We could always fire potion him if we have to. Obviously, I would prefer to avoid this. When attacked, deals 9 damage back. Okay, I was wrong. Every attack deal 9 damage back. Yes, I should know this by now. Agreed. That's where you and I agree. Full stop. Okay, well, Riddle with Holes ices you. Good start. We're about to get pen nib. I think it really matters how you approach this. Again, we got one spiker. All we gotta do really is put up some block. If I hit you, why even bother? I gotta hit you for like 26 and then use a potion on you. Maybe even hit the 3-wheel motion. This is like exactly the turn that we want. 28, so I can hit you 3 times. That's a 1, that's a 2, and that's a 3. And I will not... I know we're taking 1. I'm not going to use the potion yet, because we might get that ideal turn. And we did. We get to save the potion for the elite instead. We will definitely become cursed. Having an innate curse kind of sucks. But let's see how this goes. It's extra strength, and it has not served me wrong thus far. Being forced in our present situation to have normality in our hand right off the bat. That stinks. So we'll start with the backflip. I was hoping to get something to get rid of it. And I think we'll honestly just go footwork, cloak and dagger. We take 2 damage. Big whoop. That's not the innate curse's fault. At least not directly. Now, we'd only play these. Oh, you can't pen nib that. That hurts. Because I really wanted the 1 strength up, but double damage is worth so much more. So we just hope for a riddle with holes, basically. And we didn't get it. But a dash is still good, obviously. 20 damage, you're doing 33. So something along those lines seems fine. And then... I don't really want to use my attack potion unless it also gives us +1 strength, and it is like a little bit of a, you know, it makes me seem perhaps Why not, I guess, but it makes me seem a little bit snobby, but, you know, if we're gonna do something with the potion and we have the luxury of waiting, we might as well wait till we have something, like, truly spectacular with it. And we're not really being, you know, pushed behind the 8-ball here. By the way, maybe don't play backstab in that situation. 1 damage and then it exhausts, but here we are. I think we have you. So it'd be something like bullet time, cloak and dagger. Do that. Do that. Riddle with holes is 100 damage. Good lord. Tori, I definitely could see that being very helpful. We don't need to rest. If we don't need to rest, I'm moving on. No normality. Fantastic. So what do? Honestly, I think I'd like to have a power early. And why not get a tools of the trade out there right out of the gate? I'm also going to poison you. Sorry. Huge overkill. Or overheal, rather. But now this time I'll use an attack potion. Certainly, you know, it would have been better to choke earlier. I guess we still could have choked there and played 3 more cards for 15 more damage, but whatever. You know, we're going to have to deal with the debuff of the Eviscerate, Restrict, whatever the heck it's called. Let's dump a basic strike. Because bullet time, footwork, cloak and dagger, all of us. I think we have you this turn, to be honest. Easy. Didn't need to use so many potions, for sure. We got 1 more elite. Don't do me dirty. This is not that dirty. But didn't get much of the way of draw. So we know we're gonna have some nasty turns coming our way. Like this one, for example. Yikes. Ice him, Dad. We get to play 2 more cards. I think we will play Cloak and Dagger. and I will play 1 more shiv. Okay, so we're low on HP. Yes, I agree. Wholeheartedly, in fact. We definitely did this in slightly an incorrect order. 7 damage, double damage, 14 damage twice. We're not gonna get there. You're not gonna get there. You gotta do something like that. I hate it, but that's where you use Riddle with holes, and then, you know, hopefully. Good lord, you're being extremely rude right now. You probably don't need me to tell you that, but your rudeness, to be honest, it knows no bounds. And we're gonna take another. Ooh, we're gonna be at like 15 HP. Don't do me dirty like this, okay? Let's use our noggins, use our brains. 25. So I'm like, okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3. 25 damage coming in. We're definitely gonna throw this deflect. This by itself means we live. Now, Riddle with holes is 45 damage. I think you gotta seek more block. I am very dumb. Given the choice to play one of those 2 cards, we played the wrong one. I'll just level with you. It's the honest to goodness truth. And I think as a result of my idiocy, we will be killed. Pains me a great deal. I really thought we had an easy run of things there. Oh, I can feel all the neurotransmitters leaving my body. Either way, I mean, a little throw at the end. Maybe shouldn't have been so aggressive about, you know, fighting elites on the 3rd floor, but yikes. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. That was a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya.